The Srimad Bhagavatam. This is Canto 3, Part 1, Chapter 15. Today we are starting a new chapter. So far, whatever we have heard is that Diti doesn't listen to her husband's commands, and she goes and she insists that she wants to have bodily relationships with her husband. Kashyapa tells her this is not the right time and the place for you to do this kind of a things. But she insists, and because of her insistence, there is a lot of problems which get created in this material world. Now, these problems are the creation of two children. Okay. Now, today we are going to learn how these children came into the picture, what exactly transpired, how this whole thing worked out. See, we need to understand the spiritual significance of all this. Hopefully, if I have time today, I will try to give you the spiritual significance of it. But today, just let us do the story, what is going to come. The question is, why did this act happen? Who are these children? Where did they come from? So the children are Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashyap. These are two demons who are going to be born to Diti from Kashyapa Muni. And why is it that the human birth can be demonic also and can be divine also? So we have to understand these few questions. So let us try to start the new chapter. We are doing Srimad Bhagavatam. This is Canto 3, Part 1, Chapter 15, Description of the Kingdom of God. We are going to learn about Vaikuntha Loka. See, we have heard that there is a Vaikuntha Loka where Narayana, Mahavishnu stays, but we have little understanding of this subject, how this Loka is, what happens over there, and where the story is going to start from. So we are doing verse 1, chapter 15, description of the kingdom of God. Sri Maitreya said, "My dear Vidura, Diti, the wife of the sage Kashyapa, could understand that the sons within her womb would be the cause of disturbance to the demigods. As such, she continuously bore the powerful semen of Kashyapa Muni, which was meant to give trouble to others, for 100 years. Verse 2, by the force of the pregnancy of Diti, the light of the sun and the moon was impaired in all the planets, and the demigods of various planets, being disturbed by that force, asked the creator of the universe, Brahma, what is this expansion of darkness in all direction? Now, I will tell you how this works. Diti, who is the wife of Kashyapa Muni, is a daughter of Daksha Prajapati. Daksha. Now, she is one amongst those other sisters of hers. She's got married to Kashyapa Muni. Kashyapa Muni is pure knowledge base. He is the progenitor, that is the progenitor of the race. That means the Gotra that we say Kashyapa Gotra comes from him. All his Guru Putras were him. Basically the transition, his knowledge came to his Guru Putras. Guru Putra doesn't mean a son born out of wedlock or a son born out of body relationships or like that. It only means that somebody who has considered Kashyapa Muni as a guru, and this guru has initiated this child. So here we are not talking of that, but now you have got an idea of Kashyapa Muni. His semen is very, very powerful. So what does it tell us? That it is the way in which the whole world can change. If something wrong happens to it. As we did yesterday, the reason why everything has to be timed correctly in our life is very, very important. Even in our daily life, if we do not work according to time and space, our life can come in trouble. Just imagine you have to pay your bank on a certain date, and if you don't pay, what happens? The bank charges you interest and defaults. Your rating goes down, isn't it? So lot of problems can happen in your life, isn't it? Suppose you don't pay your children's fees in time, what can happen? The child can get thrown out of school. There are lots of things that can go wrong. You will find that these timings are extremely important. So whether the question of getting married at a muhurtam, is so critical in our life. So even the activity of body relations, which is basically copulation, is extremely important for getting certain things moving. All right. The qualities which are predominant at that point in time can be incorporated in that individual. See, we have only heard of genetic qualities getting transferred. So the father's and the mother's qualities are getting transferred in the physical body of the child, no doubt about it. But there are other things also. These are propensities from the previous lifetimes. See, everybody is got new lifetimes. We have number of rebirths. And we carry the database from our previous births also. That is why it is destiny, karma. Why do you meet some people? Why do you get married to them? What happens? Where are you staying? Now you may say, I wanted to stay in a very good land where there is a lot of money and all, and you were born in a country which is a third world country and you may not like it. That is your karma. You are born over there for a certain reason. The people surrounding you are with you for the destiny that is there. You are destined. Destiny is one side. Qualities of a person. This is a second thing which is very important. So karma, which is called prarabdha karma, that comes with you. But tendencies, they come from your previous lifetime. How do they get transmitted? I will tell you. Let us say in this life, okay, you are always a hungry person. You understand? A very hungry man, and you always are wanting to hog things, So the next life of yours is going to be devoid of all these things because it seems that you have eaten for 2 lifetimes of yours. It's just a joke, okay? But to give you some understanding, I have to tell you how this works. So naturally, what is due to you is only going to come to you. But tendencies, I am sure you have seen certain people in this world. They are very lecherous people. They only think, in their mind about all the bad stuff. Some people are like godly people. They will always keep on taking the name of God. Okay. Some of them are very, they are going out of the way to help others. Some of them don't even want to help anybody. Some of them are always angry. For what reason they are angry? You may ask, what is the reason for getting angered? No reason. They just get angry for no rhyme or reason. It is a tendency from the past life. Alright? So here we are discussing about these transmissions from our previous life into this. Now, I am sure some of you might have played games. When you are playing a game, Let us say you are doing a racing game, I don't know. I have not played games, so I don't know much about it. But I have heard people talk. So suppose you are playing a game. Now in that game you want a certain car. The car needs to have a certain color. It needs to have certain characteristics. It needs to have, maybe Ferrari type of wheels or something like that. I don't know. All this kind of fancy stuff you require, isn't it? Even in your own, like say for example, you're doing a Zoom call or some other calls, have you noticed that they will tell you that you can select your avatars? If you want, like if I want to have a long mustache, I can have. If I want a beard like this, I can have. If I want to have black hair, I can have. If I want to have a cap, I can have. These are the things. Huh? What do? Before we start the call, we go and we select it, correct? So now remember this. This child, the child which is going to be born, is a physical entity. It is a physical entity. All the characteristics are there of mother and father. But destiny is of that child. Destiny is of that child. And the tendencies is what he carries from the previous life. All right? He is brought with him a whole package of tendencies. So he decides for himself, you know what? Next life, I want to be a very angry person. So I will carry this tendency with me. I always want to hoard money. Like Uncle Scrooge, like that. I want to keep money. I want to buy gold. I want to do this. I want to have lots of girlfriends. Okay, whatever is the thing that he is going to have is a tendency from the previous life. Previous lifetimes, not one life, many lives. I hope you got this clear. So he brings it with him. So the timing is important, and when things are happening are extremely important. Isn't it? One more example I will tell you. Have you booked a flight before? You have booked a flight, isn't it? Now, if the flight booking you are doing, say 1 month, 10 months or 6 months before, do you see the entire flight is empty, more or less? Do you get the option of selecting your seat or no? So when there is sufficient time in hand, you can select the good seat and you want to sit in a certain place. You can select your flight also properly, right? You can select which flight you want to take, at what time you want to land in a certain country, or everything you can plan properly. But let us say you are doing it at the last minute. Last minute. That means you just have 2 days to go and now you are booking a flight. Tell me something, when you are booking a flight, do you have an option? You don't have an option. What is available is what you will get. Number 1. Number 2, what seat are you going to get? You may not even get the seat that you want. You may have to sit in between 2 people on 2 sides and you will be sitting like this in the flight. Isn't that what may happen to you? You may get a seat where you are very cramped. And nowadays, I don't know whether you have seen the seats of aircrafts. You can't even stretch your leg. You are sitting like this. So this is what happens. So last minute, when you do wrong timings, this happens. I think I have given you all sufficient examples. Let us progress further. So what happens is, when Diti has already decided she wants to have children and nobody can kill them except the Lord, these children, before they come into the womb, they have already started creating havoc in the world. You will find that they have shielded the sun, they have done all kinds of things that all the gods are getting upset because there is darkness all around and there is so much of disturbance in the force. See the word? Have you heard this word somewhere? Disturbance in the force. I am sure most of you who are the fans of Star Wars have heard these words. Disturbance in the force. So now you know where they took these words from. There is a disturbance in the force. Now when somebody talks to you like this, you will wonder, what gods, what force, what this thing, I don't understand. Gods are all powerful. Why should they be afraid? Isn't it? So we, like I said, after we do this, I will give you the spiritual explanation of this. The fortunate demigod said, "O great one, just see this darkness which you know very well and which is causing us anxieties. Because the influence of time cannot touch you, there is nothing unmanifest before you. O God of the demigods, sustainer of the universe, head jewel of all the demigods in other planets, you know the intentions of the living entities in both the spiritual and the material world." Now, these demigods are talking to Brahmaji. So they are telling Brahmaji, see what is happening. There is so much of darkness. There is so much of problem in this world. Can you see we are getting very anxious, The whole world is upset. Why? Because these two children are going to be born on the earth. Isn't it? Now think about it. Are we not afraid of these kind of situations in our life? We are afraid, aren't we? If somebody is doing something wrong, that wrong can have repercussions on us also, isn't it? Country is going to war. What is going to happen? The common man is going to get affected. There is a country called Iran. Okay? In India we say it Iran, and other countries say Iran. So now we are going to discuss about Iran or Iran. Now in Iran what has happened is very funny. Very strange actually. Now there are people in this world who want to change the regime over there. So they went and they disturbed the entire financial markets over there. The cost of their currency to US dollar fell so badly that today the Iranian real doesn't even get you that much amount of dollars. There was a time when Indian currency was 20 rupees, 40 rupees and 60 rupees and all, and we could buy $1 for that. Today it is 90 rupees, 90. So there is inflation in this world, isn't it? So in Iran, this has happened. The currency has dropped so badly because of external forces, the countries which are the villainous countries in this world, and because of which the common man who was buying a piece of bread, let us say they are buying bread for $1, now has to pay $5 for the same bread. If this happens to these countries, what are they going to do? The milk which is available cheaply is now 3 times the price. Where is this common man going to get the money from? Are you understanding this or no? Everything has become expensive. Why? Because someone has decided that they want to destroy their currency. See, please understand, this is going to affect the world. This is like the villainous characters getting created, Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashyap. When Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashyap are created in this world, they are disturbing the godly kingdoms over there. Everybody is affected. If there is even a drop of, say, any currency, or for that matter the gold prices going up, silver prices going up, you know how much of disturbance it creates. Silver price is more than 2.25 lakh or something like that. Gold price is 1,30,000 or 40,000 or something like that. Just a few months ago it was 70,000 and so. Well, if I wanted to get my daughter married and I want to give her 10 grams of gold, it would have cost me 6 months ago 70,000 rupees. But today, because there are countries which are destroying this world, I have to pay 1,40,000 just for the same quantity of gold. Now, these countries are not affected. But the common man across the world is affected. And this is a villainous things. Naturally, at this point in time, the avatar of Vishnu has to rise, isn't it? And destroy this kind of a Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashyap in this world. It has to happen. And it is 100% going to happen. Because if it doesn't happen, the common man is going to get affected. So these gods, they are going to Brahmaji and saying, Brahmaji, can you please do something about it? This whole world is affected. O original source of strength and scientific knowledge, all obeisance unto you. You have accepted the differentiated mode of passion from Sri Krishna. With the help of external energy, you are born with the unmanifest source. All obeisance unto you. So they are going and praising Brahmaji and saying, you are the son of God. Like you were born from Narayan himself. So can you please help us? Can you please help us? And they praise him so that Brahmaji can help. Oh Lord, all these planets exist within yourself and all the living entities are generated from you. Therefore, you are the cause of this universe, and anyone who meditates upon you without deviation attains devotional service. So those who pray to Brahmaji also, they can attend devotional service because Brahmaji is always lost in Krishna Bhagwan. Alright? So it is like being lost in Krishna Bhagwan, he is always one with him. So praying to the devotees is also a very important way of reaching God. There is no defeat in the material world for persons who control the mind and senses by controlling the breathing process, and who are therefore experienced nature mystics. This is because by such perfection in yoga they have attained your mercy. Even for material worldly people like you and me, we also have the ability to do these kind of fabulous things through the process of breathing exercises. This is also mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita, if you remember. The breathing exercise is the meditation. You can meditate and you can do breathing exercises and you can get certain powers. These great mystics who are living in the Himalayas and who are always there outside, they produce this kind of mystical powers. You are the repository of these mystical powers. Who is this you? Brahmaji is the repository of all these mystical powers. He has granted these powers to people. So, those who practice perfection in yoga. That means, how do you practice perfection in yoga? Yoga means union with God. Okay, yoga doesn't mean body exercise. Okay, please don't misinterpret this word. Yoga means union with God. Union, oneness with God. How do you do it? Number one is you have to get rid of your body consciousness. And the second one is to get rid of your mind and senses. Overcoming the mind and senses is important. Every time when you use your mind, you are going away from God. See, if God wants you to do something just now, God says, now do this job. And you start using your mind and you say, no, why should I do it today? I will do it tomorrow. This is not right. The timing is not good. I am just feeling asleep just now. I am not well. I can't do this. I can't do that. All kinds of reasoning your mind is going to give you. Why? If the work has come naturally to you at that point in time, it is your duty to do that work, whether you like it or not. But if you use your mind, oh, this will happen, that will happen if I do this. No. Don't bother. It is like thinking, what will I do tomorrow if I don't get my salary? Have you noticed how people work in this world? There are lots of countries in this world. They are like the human beings. Now they will measure the quantity of water that is there. Alright? And they will say, okay, now the summer is round the corner and there is less amount of water in the river. So the dam which is built, we will not allow the water to go in another country or in another state. Like between Karnataka and Tamil Nadu, or all these states are there. Between China and India, we have these rivers. So you build a big dam and you say, no, I will save water for tomorrow. Are you using your mind by doing that? 100%. You are using your mind. When you use your mind, what happens? There is going to be drought for the next 5 years. You are thinking that I will have sufficient water for the summer. But everything goes wrong. You don't have water. This is how people are. They think that they will save money for the rainy day. That rainy day comes and goes. That money goes to somebody else. You build a property for yourself thinking that, I will live in this house. I brought this house for my children. My children will come and stay here. These kind of nonsense people think. I put so much money in the bank. And your son and your daughter says, no, I just want to be a junkie. What happens? You see, there was this actor, Tommy Lee Jones. Tommy Lee. Now, a young daughter of his. Naturally, Tommy Lee must have worked very hard in his life, making all those beautiful films and stuff like that. And just last week, his daughter, 31 years old daughter, was found dead in one hotel room. How? Now the father must have thought, I have made this property, I have done this, so that my child can get it. Tomorrow when she wants the money, I will. But the child is dead. What to do? So what are you going to do with the money? That money never comes to you or never goes to the child also. See, man proposes, God disposes. Is a very favorite term, like you have to understand. You may think that somebody is going to get it. Today it doesn't work like that. A man may get married to a woman and maybe, he is written all his books of, whatever money and things like that to his wife. That woman gives him a divorce, takes away all the money and goes away. Is it possible or no? There are people who murder just at the drop of a hat. For what? For money, power, this, that, so many things. So whatever you may do, it can never come true simply because whatever that you think is thought with the mind. And what you think with the mind is never going to come about. Never. You may think I am getting married for happiness. Never going to happen. You may think I have love for this person. Never going to happen because it's in your mind. Tomorrow you will have a new girlfriend also. Okay? At that time you will say, oh, I must have carved one heart in one tree with my girlfriend's name, one arrow going through it. Something like that. Now the arrow has turned inside. That person is dead, gone. People plan for the future. Nothing happens. Nothing ever happens. So what is Brahmaji saying to us over here on? What is the meaning over here? Anytime the mind works, that doesn't work in this world because mind senses. Whatever senses teaches you, that is also not going to be correct. Your senses are there. Eyes, ears and all those kind of things. You may be so confident, that I heard this person telling me the truth. Now, there are lots of these people in this world. So in front of you, they will say one thing. Oh, he's such a nice person, he is good, he does work hard, blah, 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 blah. They say all the nice stuff. And behind your back, they will go and say all the reverse stuff. They say, this is the worst person to be in the company, you should never allow him, blah, blah, blah. All those things, isn't it? You look at a husband and a wife. The wife will ask him, how is this food today? I made this thing, how is it tasting? I want you to understand what the man says. Oh, it's nice. You know the reason why he says it's nice? Because if he says it is not good, she is not going to make it again. And she is going to say, every time I make something, you don't like it, I will stop making. Otherwise also she was never making. Now she has made something and that also she will stop making. Why? Just because of that one word, I don't like it. So the man is always telling lies to his wife or to his girlfriend. He will say, oh yeah, you are so beautiful, And behind her there may be another beautiful woman. He is looking at her instead of her. This is not the truth. So what your eyes see, what your ears hear, what your nose smells is never the truth. So that is the reason why he says, you have to control your mind. Do not allow your mind to wander. Please don't allow your mind to wander. Number one. Number two, control your senses. Do not let them wander. Don't have a roving eye. Okay? You are not like Google. Google sends their car outside and they have a roving eye. They are looking at 360 degrees, looking at things around. Okay. So don't do that. And just be focused in your life, just do your work. Sorry. And you have to control your breathing process and therefore experience. So control your breathing process. Breath control is important for you. Try breathing. Alright. All the living entities within the universe are conducted by the Vedic directions as a bull is directed by the rope attached to his nose. No one can violate the rules laid down by the Vedic literature. To the chief person who has contributed the Vedas, we offer our respect. In this verse, we get a very important notice. Those who go against Vedic injunctions are going to get into trouble. I heard 2 days ago about one person. We are making some videos on children's education and how children can become good in their life. They can leave a legacy and they can become really fantastic. We are making all these videos for you people to see. So I was talking to someone and the person says, you know what, there's a boy who has reached the age of 18. He's a student and everything like that. His parents, see, if you have bad parents, you are going to become bad. Please understand this. His parents took that boy, 18-year-old boy, to a club and said, now you can drink from today onwards. This is an Indian parent. How can you take your child to a club and give them this kind of a drink? And from today you can join the club also. What is this? This is against Vedic instructions. Please understand. The Vedas are very strictly telling you there are certain do's and don'ts in this world. Don't try to do them. There is going to be a problem. That child is going to become, he is no longer a child. He is going to become like Hiranyaksha or Hiranyakashyap. So what kind of habits are you incorporating in your children? This is something which we have to see. All living entities within the universe are conducted by the Vedic directions. The Vedas are the one which is telling us exactly how this world is going to be. Now you may say, why should I follow the Vedas? I don't believe in any God or anything like that. Okay, let us say you don't believe in God. Okay, let me grant you that. Let us say you are believing in science at least. You can see all science and all that, isn't it? Now tell me something. If you believe in science, okay, science teaches you that you have to follow processes and procedures, isn't it? You have to follow certain processes and procedures. If you do not follow them, what is going to be the outcome? You know, in all those Dexter and other those cartoons that we used to see, have you seen, you mix one chemical into another, two chemicals are inert. Inert means they by themselves are not acting in this world. But suppose they mix these two chemicals, what happens? Explosions can happen, isn't it? Suppose you are trying to do gene splicing and putting some other, gene of some other creature into a human being, what's going to happen? So there is a problem in this world, isn't it? What coronavirus happened? One wrong step and coronavirus happened. So even in science, is it not the laws that are valid? These are called universal laws. In spirituality, we call them Vedic laws. Vedic laws. Right? So everybody has to be conducting their life with Vedic laws. You cannot be doing things which are demonic in nature. Please do not go against these laws. I'm sure you can remember the devil went against, Lucifer. He went against Father in heaven. That is why he was told to go away, isn't it? In a similar fashion, here also Hiranyakashyap and Hiranyaksha and his mother Diti have done something wrong. Alright, so they are going to face the brunt of it. So, no one can violate the rules laid down by the Vedic literature. If you are going to follow the Vedic literature to the T, everything is going to be fine. But if you are going to disrupt it by doing something wrong, it is not going to be healthy. Yesterday there was one small incident here. The child is refusing to eat vegetables. Alright? So a soup filled with vegetables was put in front of the child and the child finally ate it. There are children in this world who do not eat vegetables, or they are not following the dietary regime that is required to be done. What is going to happen to them tomorrow? There are lots of important ingredients that are going to be missing in their body. They will be going to the doctor very soon. So they have to eat healthy meals, isn't it? I hope you get the point. These are called injunctions. These are rules. We should follow the rules. See, if you do not follow the rules, they are going to create so much of trouble in their life. Everything cannot be done in your own way. So no one can violate the rules laid down by the Vedic literature. To the chief person who has contributed to the Vedas, we offer our respect. So who is the chief person? Brahmaji. The demigods prayed to Brahmaji, please look upon mercifully, for we have fallen into the miserable condition because of the darkness. All our work has been suspended. As fuel overloads the fire, so the embryo created by the semen of Kashyapa in the womb of Diti has caused complete darkness throughout the universe. So these gods, they know what is the problem. They know that Kashyapa Muni and his wife Diti have performed a sexual union at a time which was very dangerous, and because of which her womb has now been impregnated with two demons. The gods know about it. And because of that, there is going to be havoc in this world. So they all go to Brahmaji and pray to him and say, please save us, please save us. So today we are going to stop here, and tomorrow we will understand who are the people, how this happens, why this happens. All these answers will be given to you in the coming few days. So let us stop at verse 10.
Recording stopped.